Koana is pursued by RK, the crime ring running Kamurocho. Determined to prevent any more deaths, Yagami searches high and low for the handyman, but the search leads to a maze of dead ends. As the situation becomes dire, a lifeline appears at the other end of a phone. The caller offers a lead, one that expires too quick for comfort.
Hello there and welcome back to Lost Judgment. Now, last time we were on the hunt for Koana, who is in the wind. We have no idea of his current whereabouts. However, we did manage to track down where he lived, and me and Kaito, Yagami and Kaito, went across to his place, had a bit of a look around. It was previously broken into, so the bad guys are obviously on his trail as well. So we had a good route around his place. It was a bit of a mess, not just because it was ransacked. It looked like it was a bit of a mess before it was ransacked. Loads of rubbish dotted around. Now, we managed to find a secret, secretly hidden flash drive, which was disguised as a lighter, which obviously the bad guys didn't pick up, didn't even look at, from what I can tell, because it's still there and still in one piece. No idea what's on that yet, because when we left, we ran into his neighbours and, ran into some bad guys, and when we took them down, his neighbours turned up, and we kind of got a lead from them about where he used to work, or where he used to help out. He used to do some jobs for this old man at a karaoke bar down the street. I say down the street figuratively because, it was nearby, but it's not literally down the street. So off we trotted to this bar to see if the owner was there, have a bit of a chat, see if we can find Koana. Now, when we turned up, no one there. It was abandoned in a hurry because Koana, being a boy, being one of the guys, he rang his friend. He rang his friend, told him to get out of Dodge because he knew that bad guys would be coming, or people after him would come to that place looking for him, and they would cause a whole load of mischief, a whole load of shenanigans. So that bar was empty, left in a hurry. Now, as we just starting to have a bit of a poke around, Soma turned up, of all people, took down Kaito with a pokey thing to the stomach, and he is down for the count. He's not out, he's just down for the count. Rushed off to hospital. Eventually rushed off to hospital because Soma and Yagami had themselves a good old little fight in that bar, and then the bar owner rang. He rang the shop, or rang the bar, to ask why Soma was in the bar, and passed on the phone to Yagami. Soma just left because Soma does what Soma wants to do. He just left. I think his sport was done, and then we got a lead on that. From that guy. That guy obviously sent an ambulance to visit us, and he's told us to meet him at another karaoke bar nearby, and says we've got 10 minutes. I know that was a 5, but 10 minutes to 10 minutes to get there, otherwise he is gone forever. So guess what? That's basically where the chapter ended. So guess what we're going to be doing at least the start of this chapter. We're going to be rushing to this karaoke bar because we want some answers. So, that being said, please grab your favourite drinks and snacks, curl up somewhere comfortable, come hang out with me as we jump straight back into Lost Judgment. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. Chapter 9, The Weight of Guilt. I don't actually know how many chapters there are. Is it 12? I should probably look up how many chapters there are.
I only showed up at your bar so I could ask you about Koana. Does this mean you want something in return?
Probably.
We'll get that sorted out. If you promise to meet me alone.
It's repeating. That's actually repeating the last scene of the previous chapter, which is kind of cool.
You'll never hear from me again.
Well, guess where we're going? We need to hurry up. Survives in the entertainment district by the river. I have to hurry. Yes, are we actually on the clock? There is no timer. However, we are still going to make a beeline straight for that place. Don't touch the cars. Do not run me over, please, cars. I'm going to hang on right. I'm surprised. Wait, the spot. You took a while to spot me. Are we gonna? We should. Are you gonna give up, or are we gonna fight? Are you gonna catch up? I'm just gonna keep running because we don't really have time to be fighting. I know we're probably not on the clock. However, I don't want to be. I don't want the risk of run the risk of getting there late. I'm gonna scooch through. Oh, don't run me over. I mean, we are near the river. Are we hanging this left or the next? We're gonna go next left. Whoop. I'm sorry, guys. I literally just ran into that fight. Ready? Ouch! That is that's definitely a broken eye socket. That's a broken nose for sure.
Really, guys?
Also, you know, the fact that you're not destroying your jeans when you do that. That's some well-crafted jeans. Can you imagine sliding, like, across the floor? Wait, are we... Where's the door? Oh, there we are. We made it. This is the karaoke bar. I'm wondering if we have to do karaoke. Looks like I found survive. Yes. Are we going straight in? Hello? Do we have to do karaoke?
Yagami-san, glad you could make it.
You're the owner of Siren?
Yes.
Yeah, let's take this to the bar.
Not what I was expecting. However, we'll accept it. I do like your style, though. Also, I like the fact that that ice cube is literally just a single ice cube, but it's like a massive round ice cube.
Joe Detective.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Relative of Kawana's. Can I ask your name?
No need. This will be the only time we meet.
Yeah, he's really getting out of Dodge.
But to Kawana-kun, I guess you'd call me his uncle-in-law.
Uncle-in-law? Alright.
Everyone's got a dumbass uncle in the family. And that's me. After all, I'm ex-Yakuza.
Based in Yokohama?
Yeah, the Seiryu clan. After I got out, I looked after the shop for 20 years. Till today.
You mean Siren, right?
He must
What'll happen
really...
once you skip town?
None of your concern.
Probably going to go farming.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it must be impressive because he's run that for 20 years, and just to be able to cut and run that quickly,
So you two are
without
related.
any financial
I
hardship,
noticed you didn't mention
he must be
Kawano.
doing well for himself.
Oh, done your homework, I see.
Maybe. Now that the Kawana secret's out in the open, where should we lead the conversation next? Well, my name's fake too. That's a stupid thing to say. His real name is Kita Kata. What was he like when he was young? You're both pretty shapy. His real name's Kita. We're gonna just talk about his real name.
His real name's Kitakata. At least that's what the Kamurocho thugs called him.
You're trying to see if I'll give up his name. That's not why I'm here.
I'm curious.
Okay. Why did you call me exactly?
Well, you see, Kuwana-kun wanted me to stop by his office and grab something for him.
Would that
Such
be
as?
the flash drive?
A pack of cigarettes with a lighter inside. Thing is, it was gone by the time I got there.
Don't you
Really?
mean the USB stick made to look like a lighter? Let's not beat around the bush here.
Yeah, let's not hide it. This is what we're talking about.
See, I figured you'd grabbed it.
So of all things, Kawana wanted you to pick this up?
That means it's really important.
Yes. And he prefers to keep that content private. So, if you could just hand that over.
No,
I don't think so.
Care to tell me what's on here?
To be fair,
Hand it over if I did.
it's either
No.
we get
I'd still need to
face to
confirm
face
it's all
with
true.
Kawana, or he gets, or we keep this.
Kuwana-kun's backed into a corner here. Asking an old man to help was his only choice.
Fair, he's looking good for an old man.
I couldn't take that thing from you if I wanted to. All I can do is appeal to your sense of decency.
We are decent people.
Well, I've got to say, that's more persuasive than threats ever would be. But if you really want me to give this up, at least let me see Kawana.
Yeah, we need to. It needs to be one or the other.
Consider that, but he's already long gone. He was ready to cut out at the drop of a hat.
So Kawana's disappear at any time. In that case, I definitely can't. Yeah, we can't handle that over.
If that's the case,
We need
unfortunately, I'll
to-
hold on to this.
Hold on to it. Yeah.
A high school teacher was killed by the thugs that went after Kawana. Her name was Yoko Sawa, a young woman dedicated to her career. I'd met her while investigating the murder of a student teacher. But while trying to get her side of the story, I ended up running into Kawana outside her apartment. Do you know anything about this woman?
I don't.
You're really drawing a blank? You don't know anything about criminals coming all the way from Kamurocho just to get at Kawana? Do you at
Thought you were
least know how
connected.
they're connected to Sawa-sensei?
Again, that's a negative.
And this flash drive's my only concrete lead?
Exactly. We need to keep. We can't hand it over.
If it's so important to Kawana, he should have come himself, rather than send a middleman.
Don't be so hard on him. I'm the one who taught him all his tricks.
You know, I'm expecting to
You
see
said
him like
Kawana's actually
Kawana, like
visit too?
pop up in the window at the back. That would be quite funny.
He was just your average civvy before all this. But circumstances as they were, he had no choice but to go underground. That's when he came to a Jin show, and I took him under my wing.
Okay.
I'm the one who suggested the handyman thing. But he took to the underground with real gusto.
What do you mean, gusto?
I'm
Great
not
energy.
just talking him up. He had good reasons for diving headlong into
What are
the
those reasons? We need answers.
Care to give me one or two?
You'll understand once you see what's on the lighter. Both Kawana-kun's past and his purpose.
Oh, really? We need to have a look at this.
That takes care of everything I have to say.
Not sure it's such a good idea for me to just let you leave.
Yeah. To be fair,
Thinking about stopping me?
I don't think this is
Wouldn't be wise.
I don't think this is a place.
Joint doesn't take kindly to that behavior.
That's why this is the safest place in a Jin show, huh?
Definitely looks like it. That guy's been through
Yep.
some shit.
And I'm glad your face is the last one I'll see in this city.
Where will you go? Can learn more about Kawana with the flash drive. Tsukumo should be able to check for encryption. Yeah, let's go take it to Tsukumo. Right. See you later, guys. Actually,
いらっしゃいませ。
are we cold noodles? I don't know about that. Like, should we have a drink? A martini, red snapper, margarita. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't know if any of these are actually nice. Fresh tasting cocktail with scent and sour notes of lime juice spreading throughout. I mean, that doesn't sound. I mean, let's have that. Let's have that while we're here.
Starving.
Starving.
Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you. I'll see you later. I mean, we can't, like, come and not drink. Not have, at least have a drink. Right, we're heading back to Tsukumo. We could take a taxi. We're gonna just crash into the wall. That's fine. Really? I had to clip the... Are we going... Okay, let's fight. Take care of these little boys. Hi. That's a gang leader. That guy's purple. Wait, is he? Never mind. Kang. Ow. Oh! What a counter. I like it. Ow, that was a bounce. Broken eye socket. Which is not that's really not a legal boxing move, just so you know. You probably know that already. Right, let's get out of here. Over we go.
Yagami.
What now?
Oh, great. It's
Oh, hello.
Claw guy. You were with the Yuma, right?
They say you brought your little posse from Tokyo. You I couldn't trust an outsider.
What do you mean posse from Tokyo?
Posse? Wait, don't tell me you think I'm RK.
Yeah, I'm not involved with them. Really, guys? Like, right
Hey,
now?
Tesso, you got this all wrong.
Alright.
Here we go.
So I guess we're fighting. With a whole bunch of weapons. Let's just go straight into counter mode. See if we can disarm some of these guys. Hi. Can I disarm you? Maybe? No? Yes? I'm hitting there. I'm hitting there. Smash. That's a maybe not a broken eye socket, or that's a broken mask. Tesso, you need to chill out a little bit with the hand waving. I'm just going to take care of you guys first. You're being very nice and waiting. You're not attacking me. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to fight you right now. Because I need to focus on, like, you specifically. Right. So we've got his friends all down for the count. Right. Let's fight you and I. Come on then. Are you good? Are you good? Come on. Come on. Ow. Never mind. I got a bit cocky there. Ow. Again I got cocky. Ow. Okay. Chill. Chill a little bit, Tesso, will you? Ow. A little bit rude there, not gonna lie. That was a little bit rude. Smash. Go on, back up. Whip. Ow. Okay, I'm down.
Let's see what you got.
How about no? How about counter that? Bitch. It's going in. We're going all in. Oh wait, we're getting. You're getting back up. For real? Alright, I'm gonna finish you off. I'm gonna leave you guys and I'm gonna take you down first. Because the fight's between us. You guys can wait. You guys are very patiently wait. Whoa, hey. I just realised I'm nearly out of health. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's just have that. And let's just have that. Some energy drinks. I didn't realise I was nearly dead. I was very lucky I spotted that. Come on, Tesso. Come on. Smash. Are you down? He's down. Okay, boys. You guys down? Are you gonna? Oh, you're terrified now. Okay. I'll have that. Thank you very much. Oh, it went out of range. Nice. Oh, not a knife. I'll just have that. Thank you very much. And just counter that. Thank you. Smash. Just you, Guy Tang. You know what? You know when you've been tangled. Sorry. I'm surprised it didn't smash his face, to be fair. I'm surprised.
Damn it.
It took you all down again.
Come on, man. Who paid you to jump me this time?
These Kamurocho douchebags show up, strutting around like they own our city.
Oh, really?
Then I hear some teacher chick gets killed after a break-in. Fuckers. Someone let him into Ijincho, right? Right?
Not quite.
Look, I can see why you're pissed. But you figured coming after me was the answer?
Yeah, a bit stupid, really.
Try beating a few out of you. Office visits ain't my style.
You've got to appreciate that not everyone plays by gang rules, man.
Yeah, we're not all gang members.
Appreciate is Kamurocho trash. Now why are they here, Yagami?
I'd like to find that out.
Now you want to talk after I've kicked your ass.
I'm not your
Now you want to talk.
I was first on the scene of that murder. I knew the woman personally. The culprit is Arcade's leader, a guy named Soma.
Shit. You serious?
Yes.
And why's the rest of his crew here with him? A lot of muscle just to ice one lady.
Not just to ice a lady.
After a local handyman, Kawana. You know him?
Yeah, matter of fact, I do. Why they want him so bad?
We're also trying to work that
Looking into
out.
that
We're
now.
trying to work that out as well.
Which is why they're still after me. Not to mention they stabbed my partner. So the more you get in our way, the slower this'll go.
Gotcha.
Get your eyes and ears out.
Understand then?
Oh, do we have an do we have an understanding?
Of a lifetime. So long as RK's messing around in my city, I don't mind calling you a brother.
Really?
Yeah, just like that? What's the catch?
Sure, but I get to be Aniki, of course.
You really think this is selling it?
What you're missing here is the Liumong never target a brother. So now, if anyone lays a finger on you, the Liumong's taking their head. Same rule for all the ladies here in Ijincho. Anyone gets fresh, they become fresh meat.
Okay.
On that, brother?
Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to.
Why not?
Besides,
I mean, it's a good deal.
you a brother is the only way we save face for getting our asses handed to us, you know?
Now the truth comes out.
I mean, it's still a good deal.
Anyway, let me know if you get any intel on RK. Especially where that chicken shit Soma might be. Just shoot me a location and it's done. We'll give that teacher her peace. By torturing him to death.
As good as that sounds, I think I kind of want to do it myself. I think I kind of want to beat him ourselves. Also, guys, whoever you are in the building up there, you know, shit happening right outside your front door. Let's go. Hello. I am back.
I was just thinking of calling you, Yagami-shi. I heard Kaito-san got stabbed at Siren.
He did, yes.
Is that true, Yagami-san? What the hell happened?
Look, I promise I'll fill you in, but right now I really need Tsukumo's help.
With what?
I found a USB drive at Kawana's hideout. It was disguised to look like a lighter.
It's very
I
smart.
have to know what's on it.
I was hoping that wasn't the end of the chapter, because that would have been the shortest chapter in the history.
Kaito-san was attacked by
Shortest
that
chapter
Soma
ever.
guy too.
Yeah, while we were chasing Kawana, Soma popped up and got him right in the gut. Almost got me too, to be honest.
You're saying one guy almost single-handedly took down the Yagami Detective Agency?
Yes, to be fair.
That's
yes,
true.
it did.
And right after, I got a call from Kawana's purported relative who wanted me to hand over the flash drive. Apparently, what's on it will tell us Kawana's true identity and goal.
When I open it, all I see is one data file.
Of what?
Big one.
It's a video. I'll hit play once you guys are all ready. You good?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's on there? I can't take the suspense.
Are you not going to put it on the big screen? Going to went to great lengths to keep this video secret. What we don't see.
Let's make it full screen.
I don't know what we're going to see here.
Shit! So did I. Come on, Mitsuru. Quit being a little bitch. I told you to take it in the face. Alright, let's do it over again, okay? Suzuki, make sure you're getting this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna really fucking nail him this time.
Smile. Ready when you are.
Hey, get your ass back here. Mitsuru.
I wonder if Kawana's in this part. Is he the kid?
Have to punish ya. Punishment! Punishment! Let's hear the punishment song!
Or is he one of the ex-bullies?
Punishment!
That's the light-haired one. That's the guy from... Looks like the guy from the club that we're missing.
Stop! You little shit, did you just kick me? Huh? Too late to get tough now, Mitsuru.
Who's Mitsuru? Is Mitsuru Kawana? Or is he... I don't recognize any of them as being like a young version of him.
Show us what you got.
Don't struggle now. We want to see. We gotta get this all on camera. Aw, isn't this just the most pathetic sight?
Oh shit, he's pissing him.
Also, who thinking the camera?
Ew, that's so nasty.
Disgusting. Oh, look at this shit. Out of here.
Pretty damning evidence. So is Mitsuru's the one that was mentioned? Would that be him? It's mentioned that basically it would be his name.
Shits are the worst.
His name and his purpose.
Mitsuru Kusumoto stripping?
Yeah, he was Sawa-sensei's classmate. 13 years ago, he jumped off the roof of Kurokawa Academy.
He's Reiko Kusumoto's son, right? Vice Minister of the Health Ministry? 30 years old and still in a coma.
Correct.
It seems we've stumbled on private video footage of Mitsuru Kusumoto being bullied.
And it was on Kawana-san's secret flash drive? Why would he have this?
I don't know. But his uncle
may have
said
filmed
it's
it.
to Kawana's real identity and motivation.
Huh. Just a moment.
Get your ass back!
This frame gives us a good look at the key players' faces. Why don't we try gleaning what we can from it?
All right.
Sounds good. Let's dig in.
Hopefully we can find what we need in this video. It seems likely considering it's hidden and sought after.
Hey.
So that's our victim, Mitsuru Kusumoto.
I feel bad for Mitsuru-kun. No one helped him, even with everything he was going through.
13 years ago, his mother was still just some nobody working at the Ministry of Health. She seems to
Now
have
she's in a
split
place
with
of
her
power
husband
now.
and
Now
looks
she has...
after her son on her own now. I don't know all the details though.
Hey, crazy theory, but what if this husband she left was actually Kawana-san? And maybe he recorded this to secretly check on his son?
No, Kawana doesn't look like
doubtful.
he'd have a 30-year-old kid. Let's look for other possibilities.
He's still quite young himself. We have a...
What the? This guy's face is familiar somehow.
Oh, I don't think I've seen him.
I don't know him either. Who is he?
We seen him?
I think I remember him. I saw him at the crime scene where Mikoshiba's body was.
Okay,
He was
him.
with more Kurokawa grads. He showed his ID to the Kanagawa detective. I think his name was Akaike.
That gives us an interesting perspective, doesn't it?
Yes.
All the people in this bullying video seem to keep popping up around our case.
Yeah, but the real question is, why was Kawana the one with the video? Suspicious.
That's got to be
This
the
girl reported
victim.
bullying on herself.
Is that the victim of the groping
Someone said
incident?
her name in the
Ihara's?
Suzuki.
Or Suzuki?
There's
No.
another familiar face. So it all comes circling back to her, huh?
Who's Suzuki?
Right. This Suzuki girl has a different name now.
Oh, okay, it is. It is her. Suzuki's just a maiden name. 13 years later, name changed to... Yui Mamiya?
Yui Mamiya, the victim in the Ihara harassment.
That is her, okay. I can't remember the victim's name there.
Married. Sawa-sensei also told me that Mitsuru Kusumoto and Mamiya were classmates 13 years ago.
Yep. So we're looking at Yui Mamiya in high school.
Mamiya-san, huh? What's she like underneath it all?
Not a very nice kid.
Originally, word got around that Shinya Kawai was the one bullying Mitsuru Kusumoto.
That's got to be that guy on the left.
Watching this, though,
Kawai.
The truth of the matter doesn't quite line up. There were really about 10 bullies involved at the time, and Yui Mamiya was one of them.
Yeah. If this video got leaked, Mamiya and the other students in it would be in deep shit.
Definitely.
They're living out their lives like nothing happened, despite being the ones who drove a kid into a coma. If word got out, they'd be crucified by the public. Their jobs, their families, their lives would all change for the worse. Uh-huh.
Yeah. This kid we can't investigate. That one behind him can't.
What the?
That's got to be the...
If I'm not mistaken, Shinya Kawai
That was a
the
Kawai,
bully
yeah.
whose name got out to the public.
Yeah. RK was hunting for him in Kamurocho pretty recently, too. I have no doubt
that's the guy that disappeared.
They showed me is the same guy in this video. Once RK came to the conclusion Kawai had been murdered, they came here to Ijincho, hunting down Kawana for whatever reason.
Do you think Kawana killed Kawai? Possible. So it seems to get mixed with all this because Kawai's Kate's can't see a connection there yet. We'll learn more about Kuwana or his past. I'm sure I could make some sense out of this. So what else are we looking for here? We can't target that. So we know that player. Akeke Mamiya.
Uh-huh.
Update. I didn't realize the date. 2008-9-17 must be the date. In school year terms, they probably just finished summer break.
September 17th, 13 years ago. It's past 4 p.m., so this would be after school.
Oh, wait, this is...
Got something?
What?
I just cross-referenced the date Mitsuru Kusumoto jumped. September 17th.
So that was today.
Shit.
That was literally the day
That
off.
can only mean this video was recorded very shortly before his suicide attempt.
So this video captures a crucial instance of bullying that drove Mitsuru to attempt suicide. Alright, what else have we got?
The video may have provided
It doesn't
some
tell us
interesting
name.
connections, but we still don't have that crucial link. The link being the reason Kuwana-san came to possess this, of course.
Yeah, how did he get a hold of it? Was he
Kuwana-san
involved
who
directly?
recorded it himself, or is at least a recipient of the video from the original witness.
Kuwana-san and Sawa-sensei knew each other somehow, right? Well, then, maybe Sawa-sensei recorded it 13 years ago, and then had Kuwana-san look into it, as one of his handyman requests.
It's possible.
Decent theory.
It just feels off.
Why's that?
Because of what Siren's owner said to me.
Okay.
You'll understand once you see what's on the lighter. Both Kuwana-kun's past and his purpose.
He said we'll know Kuwana's true identity once we watch the video. But that hasn't been the case so far.
Yeah. What identity could we draw from a secret recording of some bullies?
Assuming
Unless he's
Kuwana's in
one
his
of the
early
bullies.
40s, he would have been about 13 years ago. What if he was a school teacher of the students in the video?
In that case, we
Possible.
should consult the yearbook Segurashi brought back.
Oh, I forgot about
The
that.
one that was in Sawa-sensei's
We stole that, didn't we?
You still have yet to look through it.
Yes, we stole that,
That's
didn't we?
right. Let me go get it.
The way you're talking, I assume you've already taken a peek?
We have, but unfortunately we didn't find Kuwana-san's face among the teachers.
This is the page for Mitsuru Kusumoto's class. Both Sawa-sensei and Mamiya are there too.
Well, that's definitely not him, and that's definitely not the teacher.
homeroom teacher was this guy.
Apparently he witnessed bullies harassing Mitsuru multiple times, yet he would overlook it. All he did was smile and tell them not to overdo it.
Yeah, I was going to say that's absolutely
It's not
heinous
Kuwana.
from a teacher.
This is someone else.
We checked the rest of the teachers too, but never spotted Kuwana-san.
Mitsuru Kusumoto. This picture doesn't look like it was shot for a yearbook.
Correct. He was most likely already in a coma when photo time rolled around.
So this was after, okay, after the attempt. Actually, with that man, can tell us how forced their smiles are in these pictures.
Sawa-sensei isn't smiling at all in this.
Huh. She did mention she blew off her class reunion. In fact, she hadn't kept in touch with her classmates at all.
I don't recognize anyone else's
No
face.
surprise there. Mitsuru-kun would be bound to come up at some point.
This is Yui Suzuki. She's definitely one of the girls in the video.
Yes.
Yet another classmate involved with Mitsuru Kusumoto.
Seems like a bunch of the students on this page were in the video, huh?
Yeah, but I can't find Shinya Kawai in here.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he
He's
wasn't.
not in there.
Was he not in that class?
If I'm not mistaken, Kawai left the school once he started catching flack for being Mitsuru-kun's bully. At least, that's what I read online. No real evidence yet, but it definitely sounds like how it would have played out.
But the truth is, there were more bullies who should have seen consequences besides Kawai.
So he took the brunt of it, and as a cover to let the others get away with it. Right, what's looking strange? This Kurokawa Gakun, classmate E.
Hey,
So as a pro taken prior. Kawai's photo isn't here since he left the school so soon after the incident. Let's just scan all these pictures. So it's IKK. IKK? I can't remember how they pronounce it now. This guy in Ninja said he was just scoping out Mikoshiba's murder scene. Maybe he was actually there to help Ihara just like Mamiya was. It's entirely possible. He could have been keeping tabs on me for sniffing around this case. Or am I just being paranoid? No, I don't. I think we're in onto something there.
hey.
Homeroom teacher at the time just looked the other way, telling him not to overdo it. I know that thanks to Sawa Sensei.
The worst part is that his teacher knew. He even talked to the bullies about it. But all he said was, don't overdo it. But afterward, the public eviscerated him. He had to quit his teaching job.
Hold on. If he was dismissed,
You figure something out?
the homeroom teacher at the time of the incident did take some flack. He got forced out of teaching.
Yeah.
Does that mean...
If that's the case, couldn't this teacher in the yearbook just be filling in for the other one?
I see. That definitely sounds likely.
Okay.
Let me search for the original
So
teacher.
is he the stand-in? I thought he was a teacher.
The same guy in the yearbook. Just give me a sec.
Is that... That has to be... Could it be Koana, who was the original teacher?
Yagami, I found it. The name of Mitsuru Kusamoto's former homeroom teacher. You were right. It wasn't the same teacher in the yearbook. This one's
Kitakata.
name is Yu
We
Kitakata.
found him.
Kitakata?
Don't tell me.
Have you got a picture?
His real name's Kitakata. Ring any bells?
It does now.
That's Kawana's real name. Soma said it to me once.
So, Kuwana-san was the original homeroom teacher?
I just found a picture. This is Kitakata-sensei from 13 years ago.
It's Kawana.
That's definitely him.
That's him, all right.
Yeah. Not only that, Sawa-sensei was part of this class, which makes Kawana her homeroom teacher too. This is the link we've been looking for.
Nice. So he's
Everything is clicking
changed
into
his
place.
ways.
Kawana-san was the linchpin of this case.
So, 13 years ago, Yu Kitakata left teaching behind after Mitsuru-kun's incident and became Kawana the handyman. That's what made him turn to his uncle at Siren for help. He told me Kawana tried really hard to make it in the underground. Had some good reason for it.
For living a life in the shadows? What could that have been?
Taking people out. Koano stopped teaching because a student of his attempted suicide. What was he after when he went underground? Vengeance. To get revenge on the bullies. Because he probably, this is my very quick theory, he probably felt really guilty about underplaying it. Because, thinking, bullies will be, rough housing kind of school kind of thing. Didn't realise they'd taken it too far. Said don't take it too far, and then they took it too far. Ended up with the victim attempting suicide, and obviously caught flack for it. Felt guilty about not stopping it, so went underground to got training in order to get revenge on the bullies.
To get revenge
Purpose.
on the bullies. Maybe Kawana blames the fact that he had to quit teaching on the bullies who caused it to happen.
That could be.
Maybe all his hatred got aimed at Shinya Kawai?
Possible. He was abducted 5 years ago by individuals thought to be his acquaintances.
You think
I didn't
one
think of
them
that
was
angle.
Kawana-san?
I wouldn't rule it out. RK might have learned of Kawana's involvement while searching for Kawai. Maybe they came to a Gene show so they could get details on the incident from him?
Possibly.
Yes, that would explain RK's arrival in town as well.
Hold up. Individuals who were his acquaintances? Meaning more people besides Kawana-san, right?
Probably.
Could that mean...
You got it.
If they knew Kawana somehow, the evidence we've gathered so far should give us a clue. In the book?
Check this out.
Might be incorrect.
The people in this were Kawai's acquaintances, right? Or Kawana's former students, in other words.
Everyone, though? A few too many, don't you think?
You're probably right.
Okay, never mind. Kawana was abducted 5 years by individuals. Okay. So we're missing... It has to be those guys. Because the rest of this doesn't make any sense. These people.
We already know this.
Oh. The students in the video?
Individuals acquainted with Kawai. They certainly fit the bill.
But why would they wind up abducting him?
Maybe Kawana asked for their help? No. He forced them to.
Maybe.
What makes you say that?
Well, Kawana had this on a secret flash drive, right? But to anyone in this video, it would be their worst nightmare for it to
I mean, they
show
were
up
blackmail pretty strong.
now. It did. They'd be busted as bullies who drove a high school kid to suicide.
Yep, it'd be a real disaster.
Because Kawhi took the full brunt of it. He took the full brunt of it, took the flak.
Which means this video is Kawana's leverage.
And
It's
so
how
there's
he
leverage,
controlled
blackmail.
Kawai.
You think this is enough leverage to drive people to murder, though?
Abduct.
Kawhi was killed.
Maybe not murder. Maybe they didn't realize he was going to be murdered.
Kawhi was murdered. No body's been recovered yet either.
Okay, hang on. I'm barely keeping up with this.
Yeah, it's a bunch of what ifs stacked on top of
Definitely.
But there is somebody who could potentially confirm this.
Who'd that be?
Ihara.
Someone in the video.
Up
Mommy,
Mamiya.
for example. I've met with her at her home.
I mean,
If she was
true.
involved with Kawai's abduction, she could probably tell us what we want to know.
I agree.
I mean,
Yagami, she's
we could
provided a
use
working theory
the footage, the fact that we have the footage to our advantage
So
as
if we
well.
can get Yui Mamiya to corroborate this, we should be able to extract even more information from her. Perhaps even including Kawana-san's whereabouts.
Yeah. Looks like he hasn't given us the slip just yet.
Man, what the hell is that guy's deal?
I'm just now very curious. Is
Mikoshi
Kawana a good guy or a
Sawa-sensei
bad guy?
Ihara's alibi, Kawai's disappearance. Kawana's most likely tied to everything. We'll get all the answers we need if we can find him.
And I guess this is bringing us that much closer?
Possibly.
Hopefully. I should go see Yui Mamiya tomorrow.
You should accompany him, Sugiurashi. Considering we seem to be kicking the investigation into high gear. With Kaito-san out of commission, I'm sure Yagami-shi could use a helping hand. I'll be fine right here.
Are you sure?
Your call, Tsukumo-kun. I'm cool with whatever.
Thanks for lending him out, Tsukumo. I'll make sure he comes back in one piece.
I'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Don't underestimate him as a party member. He can hold his own if you let him.
Oh, I know that. I trust him. Right. Okay, so we're going to rest up. Yes? Wait, we don't rest yet. We're going. We should check in with Kat. May as well check on the cat. We've got some money. Nice. I like the fact that cat gives us money. We don't really spend money. I will say that. Right. Let's rest up. Kaito.
You know how they say your life flashes before your eyes when you're dying? That shit's real talk.
I think it's the second time you've been
Saw it all,
taken down.
Yeah. There I am, bleeding out. And suddenly I'm getting the 3rd degree from Matsugane-san. Back when I was still just a rookie. Captain Hamura stares me down like, time to lose that pinky. And then, Higashi starts crying for me. Oh,
I don't know why I'm smiling at that.
I ought to get a better
Go to
final
a bit of
say to
history.
that shit, right? Right?
I'm sure it'll be rosier when the time comes for real. Glad you pulled through, man.
I'm glad too.
That bastard Soma, though. Next time, he's fucked. We could have avenged Sawa-sensei if it weren't for that stupid ambush.
Well, you didn't tell the cops about him, did you?
I don't think. No, I
had to give the
doubt
cops
that.
a statement, so I did.
Oh,
With a generous side of bullshit.
nice.
That'll get you busted, you know.
I'm joking. All I said was the truth. That I got knifed by the same twisted fuck who got Sawa-sensei.
Valid.
In that case, it's only a matter of time until Soma's arrested. So for now, we'll go after Kawana.
Do you really think someone's going to go
Ties it all
quietly
together.
with the police?
We just have to find him before RK does.
Kuwana, huh? He's on my shit list too, just so you know.
Huh?
How's that?
Kuwana must have had some sort of agenda back when he first met us. In fact, it's probably because you were looking into Mikoshiba. He palled around with
Possible.
me all because of that. I'm just a sucker of the agency, huh?
Calm down a little bit.
I wouldn't say that.
Still. The moment an ass for me to kick turns up, this is the shape I'm in.
Just focus on getting better. Tsukuma will stop by later, too.
What? Sugiura gonna give me the cold shoulder?
No, you just tag along with
He
me.
and I are off to question Mamiya. He said he'd drive us from Ijincho and everything.
See you later. Not gonna wash your hands. So let's go let's go see Mamiya. Hopefully she's not in the wind. Hopefully she's cooperative as well. We're like a nice cooperative witness. We're back at Yagami 99, so sure Segura has a car ready by now. Are we gonna have a car chase? We've never had a car chase in this game before. Although to be fair, we don't use guns or anything like that, so I don't think a car chase would be like a valid kind of thing. Let's go. Dodge all the people. We're all full health as well, aren't we? You know what? I saw that sign on the way past. I was wondering why the two bikes. No, that's one. Yes, you have to push. You have to push your bike through here. You can't ride it. Whee! Just gonna duck in there before they spot me, because I'm not interested in a fight right now. Sugira! Doggo. Are you ready?
So, we off to see Mamiya? I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Yep, let's go.
Alright, let's do this. If your theory is accurate, then Mamiya was involved in both Kawai and Mikoshiba's murders.
Yes.
And even if that's off, we can at least learn more about Kawana-san as a teacher.
Valid. Where'd you get the car from? Oh, van. Sorry, minivan. I don't know why he needs a minivan. I don't think we'll have that many people working for us.
Yes?
Hi, it's Yagami. I dropped by with Genda Law the other day.
Not again.
Oh, I was wondering if she'd moved out.
I'd like to ask you.
You told me the last visit would be your only one. Seriously, why do you keep showing up here uninvited? Please, just leave me alone.
No.
I suppose I should mention, I'm here today as a detective, not a lawyer.
So what?
And my partner here is Sugiura. He's with an agency called Yokohama 99.
Never heard of him.
Good.
He's based in Ijincho. He's working a case. Maybe you saw it on the news? The murder of Seiryo High teacher Yokosawa, killed in her own apartment. You and Sawa-san were classmates in high school, is that correct?
Correct. Are you gonna lie about it?
After leaving Kurokawa 13 years ago, Sawa-san moved to Ijincho to teach. Are you still there?
What is it you want? I haven't seen Yoko-chan since graduation. Now go. You're barking up the wrong tree.
I don't think so.
Maybe you'll remember Kitakata-sensei then. I ran into him at Sawa-sensei's home right before the murder. He was your homeroom teacher at Kurokawa, but resigned after the Mitsuru Kusamoto incident. Just like you, he appears to be connected to Sawa-san.
So why am I being singled out? Can't you just ask someone else?
Believe me, it's a long list.
Yeah, long list. We're going to go through everyone.
We're here to find out how Sawa-san got mixed up in all this. You two weren't necessarily on bad terms, were you?
If I had to say, we weren't on the best terms either.
How convenient. Because that's a perspective I'd like to hear more about as well.
Correct.
My husband will be home soon. Can you keep it quick?
Let us in.
I'll give it my best shot.
Exactly. Thanks for hearing us out.
Hold on just a moment.
We're back in.
Huh. Wonder what's going on. You don't think she bolted, do you?
Not with a child in tow.
Count on it.
Should we ring again?
She's taking sweet time in there. She's trying to figure out an escape plan or something.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I just wanted to clean up a little.
Okay. A little bit odd, but alright.
Is your son home today?
He's at English school right now. I have to pick him up soon.
Doesn't your husband help with any of that? You said he'd be home soon, right?
Excuse me, but you are in no place to make those kinds of comments.
Calm down. Just reel it in a little bit.
Didn't mean to pry.
Well, what is it you want to ask?
Okay, yeah, we have a whole load of questions. So we need to be very... The governance and orchestrated, right? That's probably not a good way... that probably is a good way to get thrown out. I've seen Kitakata-sensei lately. Talk about the
Have you been
teacher.
in contact with Kitakata-sensei lately?
I haven't. He's someone I'd rather not have in my life.
Are you
Why might
surprised
that be?
he stayed in Ijincho after resigning from the school?
No, not really.
How about the fact that now he's using an alias?
I had no clue. But again, he has nothing to do with me.
Right. So, are we going to go... I think that's the least... That's just downright inflammatory. She's probably going to kick us out if we say that. Obviously, that's thingy. Let's ask that one.
Do you remember Mitsuru Kusamoto?
Yes, we were classmates in high school.
He jumped off the school's roof after his classmate Shinya Kawai bullied him. I hear he's still in a coma, 13 years later.
Weren't you going to ask me about Yoko-chan?
I was, but there seemed to be an awful lot of Kurokawa graduates surrounding this case.
There's a whole bunch connected.
And strangely enough, they were all in your class. Kitakata-sensei being the prime example, as well as a guy named Akaike-san. Remember him?
Well, you're right. We were in the same class.
And would you say you're all familiar with Mitsuru Kusamoto's situation?
Very true.
Yes, but that's not a warm memory for any of us.
I understand. I'm sure it's not.
Alright, so we've broken the ice a little bit. We're off to a decent start. Should keep it rolling, carefully build up to our point. I mean, we only have one question left. Let's just go for it.
Right?
Excuse you?
When Akihiro Ihara grabbed
Just going straight in.
You were in on that, weren't you? The whole thing was a conspiracy, staged to play out as it did.
You need to leave. Right now.
Dude, what gives?
No one would even think
I ran out of questions.
Predator and his victim.
We only had that one left.
It's unheard of. But if it was to establish a murder alibi, that's another story, considering how much lighter the sentence is. That way, Ihara got away with killing Mikoshiba, paying only a fraction of the price. But as luck would have it, proving it is going to require you to cooperate with us now.
If you don't get up this second, I am calling the police. I mean it.
It took me quite a long time to figure out how you and Ihara were connected. But once I learned Yokosawa attended Kurokawa,
So it just went all in.
to place.
All,
She was
just
in your
all
homeroom
in.
class.
All right.
Named after Toshiro Hara.
I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing.
Linked to everyone.
Although we didn't really have a choice. That's what I'm telling myself.
But just before I could ask her about any of this, she was murdered by Kamurocho gang. That same gang has been hunting your old teacher, Kitakata-sensei.
What is it you want from me?
Lamia-san, do you have any idea where Kitakata-sensei could be? He may be Kawana the handyman, but he hasn't answered his work line since Sawa-san's murder.
I don't know. He was my teacher a decade ago. I barely remember his face.
Well, I'm willing to wager Kitakata-sensei still remembers yours. I'll prove it right now.
Oh, God.
Really? This is the first news of this. No way Kitakata alias Kawana had forgotten Yagami's face to prove that. I mean, go all in on that because he's had the video.
See for yourself.
No.
This was recorded at Kurokawa Academy 13 years ago.
We're all in. All right.
Feeling nostalgic yet?
You were there. You were involved. You recorded part of it.
Well hidden. Your Kitakata-sensei had it on a USB drive. He really didn't want this thing being seen. The most interesting part is the date. It's the very same day Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped off the school roof. And hanging out in the back, we see you, laughing and cheering right along with the other bullies.
Guess it's safe to say it's a good thing your family wasn't home. Wouldn't exactly want them seeing this, would we?
Has this video come up? Has Kitakata-sensei ever mentioned to you that he had it?
Please. Please delete it.
No.
Considering the angle, I get the feeling that this was recorded in secret. And based on your reaction, did you even know it existed?
You know what happened to Mitsuru-kun. He's been in a coma ever since what you did to him that day. But still, only one of you took the fall. Shinya Kawai took all the blame.
He did.
Well, sorta, being that he got fired, Kitakata-sensei took heat too. Still, you all just moved right along with your lives. You've even got happy little families. What? Are you expecting someone?
Amiya-san?
What's going on right now? You want to tidy up?
Well, I knew it would happen someday.
What do you mean?
Why looking at the bedroom door? Who's here? Are you... Game? Obviously, are you going to leave me on a cliffhanger? Alright, I guess we're having a fight in this...
Looks like she wanted some company over.
Ooh, taser. I'm sorry, we're going to have to destroy your apartment. Guys, can we take it outside? Because this is a really nice apartment and there's a whole load of furniture. Hi, masked man. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Also, we're going to unmask these men. Did you really...
Well, this turned into a shit show.
I think her husband's going to be very angry. I'll see if we have to unmask them.
And would you look at that? Our old friend Akaike-san showed up to play a part.
Well, hello.
So you are all working together.
Definitely. That's kind of proof.
What should we do with them? They're the jerks who hurt Tsukumo-kun, right?
Yep. Definitely seems like it.
On their hand, it still won't make you even. Now, come on, they may have more on the way.
Who are the other guys?
I have an old haunt in mind we move this to. and Mamiya-san's coming with.
Are we kidnapping?
Let's not
Are we kidnapping her?
I'd hate for a finger to slip and post this video.
Is that a thing? Okay. I mean, blackmailing her into coming with us, that's valid. On the shadier side of things, however, we need answers.
Hey, you think this is your personal jail, Yagami?
Yes.
What makes you think you can keep bringing captives here?
Well, it's the safest spot we know.
Fair is very
Doesn't it feel
safe.
Good to be such a reliable friend.
Yeah, Higashi, be cool. We won't be around long.
I mean, it's the guy's business.
You think time's the issue? This is about respect, man.
What's your call? We kicking him out?
Oh, quick bit of news, Higashi-san. Kaito-san got shanked in Yokohama.
Yes, he did.
What the fuck? Kaito Aniki? By who?
You'll know once we're done explaining. Let me introduce you to Mamiya-san first.
I mean, is she not going to tell her husband where she's gone? She's just going to disappear.
And I do it again.
Bad guys in a masked men in her apartment, broken apartment, and think, do we take the masked men with them? Is that why we need the minivan? Is that why we need the minivan? Are these masked men?
Fuck those RK assholes. And how could Aniki have let him
Are
get
those
to it
masked
like
men in
that?
the back room with, you know,
Now that
with her?
Higashi-san's up to speed, should we get to it? I imagine Mamiya-san doesn't want to drag this out.
What do you intend to do with me?
First, you'll tell us everything you know. We'll decide how to deal with you afterward.
Okay. Okay, so are we literally just with her? Okay.
Then let's get this over with. What do you want to know?
Only question we have. Quit.
Let's start with the video. Any thoughts you'd care to share?
Like who recorded it?
On a flash drive in Kitakata-sensei's room. Or should I say, Kawana's. I take it that means he's the one who recorded it.
Yes.
Well,
that means Kawana
he recorded
already knew back then the rest of you were bullies too?
Yes.
If that's the case, then why was Shinya Kawai the only student thrown under the bus for it?
Valid question,
Kawano-san didn't
Sugira.
show that tape to anyone else?
We had no idea we were even being taped. We didn't find out about the video, or the reason he sat on it so long until way after graduating.
Why exactly did he sit on it for so long?
Why?
Kitakata-sensei said he kept it so he could teach us for the rest of our lives.
What?
If that video came out at the time of the incident, I'm sure life would have been hard for us then. After all, Kawai was exposed online, and that would mean millions of yen in compensation for damages.
Yeah, but you guys could have wound up in the same boat.
No. At most, we would have come across as dumb kids he roped into helping him. We might have caught some flack.
So you wanted some...
People would chalk it up to kids and their cliques and move on.
You wanted to make them truly pay.
Gone if it had come out while we were still teenagers.
You're saying circumstances are different now?
I have a child now. A husband, an upscale apartment.
They've got more to lose.
If the world sees that tape now, I'll lose it all. And what
That actually makes a little bit of sense.
son?
It's messed up, but it makes a little bit of sense.
The woman who drove a kid to attempt suicide, his life would be ruined. Reporting is more than kids being cruel. Mitsuru jumped from the school roof that very night and is still in a coma today.
I told you to take it.
I get it. You have that much more to lose now than when you were a kid.
Very true. So this video's leverage Kitakata-sensei has continued to teach his former pupils.
Same for all my classmates. Kurokawa Academy is a prestigious school, after all. Most graduates go off to great universities and land high-paying jobs. One started his own company. Others have families.
And they're all in your position too, huh? If that video gets out...
True. Who's the one who started his own company?
Exactly.
And what company is it?
Get it now? He waited for all of us to get what we wanted in life, just so he could threaten to take it all away. And when that time came, he started contacting us. Every student you see in that video.
When was the first time Kawana approached you?
5 years ago. I was out on a walk with my son when he came strolling up out of the blue. At first, I barely recognized him. His eyes were so hollow. Then, without so much as a word, he took out his phone and played that video. He's a psychopath.
Oh, really?
Well, all you
He's
kids
a psychopath.
Mitsuru looked pretty psychopathic to me.
True.
And you're so perfect. An angel who never once acted out of line. Never lashed out at someone weaker than you or sided with the group to shut someone out. Everyone does it.
No, not everyone does it.
Lucky enough to have some creep tape us picking on some kid who couldn't take it. Why did this have to happen to me?
I'd say it's because bad things happen to bad people.
Exactly. You made your own bed, you have to lie in it now.
From a safe distance, but once you're on the other side of it, you curl up and play victim.
True.
You said it was 5 years ago that Kawana showed you the video? Reminds me of something Shirosaki-sensei was looking into.
What?
Really?
There was this guy. I think his name was Shinya Kawai. Something about him getting snatched off the streets about 5 years back.
We heard about that. Kawana slipped back into Mami and others' lives 5 years ago around when Kawai was abducted, which means...
It was you guys. You're the ones who abducted him in Kamurocho and murdered him.
No, it wasn't us. We could never do something like that.
Wasn't
not even...
So you're not denying he was murdered after all? Who was it then?
All Sensei told us was to find Kawai somewhere in Kamurocho, then bring him back with us, no matter what it took.
Did Kawana tell you what he wanted with him?
He needs to be there when you all beg for forgiveness, is all he said. And if we refused, he'd leak the video.
Did
So we all
Kawana
went to see Kawai.
delete
He wanted nothing to
Kawai?
do with Sensei. Considering he'd cost him everything, that came as no surprise.
But doing nothing would cost the rest of you everything too.
Yes. So we had to force him into our van. After he put up a fight.
Yeah, that lines up with what the local eyewitnesses said.
Nice.
So then what happened? Nobody's heard from the guy since.
We were directed to bring him to a wharf in Yokohama. And that's where we begged for forgiveness. After that, he said we were free to go. All except Kawai.
So you left him there alone with Kawana?
Apparently.
Had to. The day after, I got a message on my phone from Sensei.
What did it say?
Nothing. There was only a video.
Do you still have it?
It was of all of us, pushing Kawai into the van.
Never mind.
Turns out he recorded what we did in the city. You can see all our faces so clearly. How we covered Kawai's mouth as he screamed for help. Even if you know all the backstory, the video is a clear-cut abduction. As I was watching it the first time, another message came in. This time, a picture. When I saw it, I just went cold. That's when I knew I would never be able to escape him.
Okay, so he's have the hardcore vendetta.
Dead. Anyone who saw those messages would think we killed him after shoving him into the van.
And that's how he got his real leverage on his former students.
Since then, we've been at his beck and call. No matter what he tells us to do, we wouldn't dare refuse him.
He's giving you orders?
That man! He forces us to help him. He makes us accomplices to murder.
Murder?
Okay. This took a bit of a turn. I was wondering whether Kawana was a good guy or a bad guy. Now I'm firmly believing he's probably a bad guy. Because, yeah, he's getting revenge on bullies, which personally is acceptable, but his methods and he's thinking that's wrong. It's alright bringing them, I keep making them accountable. However, I draw the line at murder. But that's just me, though. We've been forced to help Kuwana kill people. The kid's finally cracking wide open.
Murder who, exactly?
Any bullies involved in suicides. That's who Sensei's got it in for. Anyone.
So he's a vigilante, basically.
He doesn't even care how old the case is. If a student commits suicide, and bullying is suspected as the cause, he'll turn up. As far as I know, counting Kawhi, I think.
How many?
He's killed at least 7 people.
7? How's he doing this?
So his idea of justice is killing bullies? Across the entire country?
Seems so.
He said that's the only way we can atone. Anyone who drives someone to suicide must always face justice. Until society comes to terms with this, he says we'll keep getting our hands dirty. That way, we might be able to save the next few Mitsurus before it's too late for them.
Not sure I should say this out loud, but I'm kind of rooting for this guy now.
Yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
So was the murder of Hiro
Let's not do that.
Mikoshiba part of that agenda? We know Mikoshiba drove Ihara-san to suicide 4 years prior. That has to be why Kuwana let Ihara murder him.
True.
Now you found your role in establishing his alibi.
Not just me. Grabbing Mikoshiba required a good number of people. All the people who pinned Ihara down. And even the ones who filmed it, they were working for Sensei.
Okay, so it's that the group's a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. All
We
right.
had an unspoken agreement that we wouldn't directly take part in any killing. He just makes us his accomplices somehow. Like luring a target or digging a hole for a body. But the one thing we can't ever do is turn him down. If we do, he'll send his video of us abducting Kawhi to the police. And then Kawhi's body will turn up with our fingerprints all over his corpse. And we know that because he's hidden Kawhi's corpse in
I read that ahead of time. I was not prepared for that.
He's preserving one of his murder victims?
So as long as he has that, you're wrapped around his finger.
True. Right. Mitsuru Kasumo's case 13 years ago was the catalyst that drove Kuwana to executing bullies. Hiro Mikoshiba, who Ihara murdered, was just one of many, and behind him Kuwana was pulling the strings all along.
Sounds to me like Kuwana's had one thing on his mind for 13 years. Sitting on that video and becoming an Ijincho handyman was all in service of his real motive, killing off bullies. He's dragged all his former students into this hell, until the day it destroys every single one of you.
Definitely sounds like it.
Is today that day?
We'll see. I'm still curious about a few things though, if you don't mind.
What?
There are these scumbags chasing down Kuwana called RK. What part did they play?
I'm curious about that as well, yeah.
Up once during your confession. So tell me, why'd they come for Yokosawa?
That I don't know for certain. But Sensei did reach out to Yoko-chan about 6 months ago over the phone. He was asking her about the suicide at Seiryo High.
The suicide at Seiryo High? You must be talking about Toshiro Ihara.
Maybe, maybe not.
No bullying took place, right? That the school.
Oh, so okay, so it was.
But Yoko-chan was a teacher there, and Sensei was able to get the truth out of her.
How'd he do that? What did he say?
From Yoko-chan's perspective, she and Sensei were both just teachers dealing with students attempting suicide. I think that's why she let her guard down and told them everything. After learning the truth,
Do you know what she told him though?
Shiba needed to be held accountable.
So if Sawa-sensei hadn't talked to him, Ihara wouldn't have gotten involved? And none of this would be happening in Ijincho?
Possibly.
No, this isn't right. Sawa-sensei didn't know Kuwana's identity or his objectives. She thought she was just talking through her problems with a sympathetic ex-teacher.
Yeah, I don't think she was involved like that.
She sure as hell didn't deserve to die for that.
Also very true.
It's not like we're the ones who did it.
Really? Oh, my phone's ringing. Sorry. I've got the vibration in the pad.
Block number. Hello?
Yo, know who this is, Yagami?
Kuwana?
Kuwana?
Yeah. I heard you're looking for me.
Where are you?
I'm willing to meet you now if you come alone. But you have to let Mamayo go in exchange.
Really?
What?
Alright. She's free as soon as I see you.
Works for me. Then come on down to your office. I thought I'd let myself in.
What?
Gotta say, this chair's pretty comfy.
Pretty sure I locked up behind me when I left.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop him.
I'll only meet you alone. No one else. And don't make me wait long, or I could change my mind.
He told me to meet him alone. You can let Mamiya-san go once I confirm he's there.
You gonna be alright by yourself?
Hope so.
Well, he already knows Mamiya-san's with us. I'm guessing he was watching us from somewhere. And I can't afford to do anything that would piss him off enough to make him disappear.
Got it.
Oh, we'll take care of this end of it. Shouldn't you move your ass?
Yep, probably. Master's already left. Time for the rest of us to catch up. Alright, let's go back to the office. Also, since we're here, just one. We have to. Oh, we've got a salmon. We've got a tartan salmon. Nice. They serve no purpose, but we're not going to get drawn into collecting them. Right, let's go. This way. So I'm looking at the map. Probably going to be better to hang this way. Excuse me. Coming through. We need to take the next left. I think we've gone a bit too far. Sorry. Don't run me over. Excuse me. Again, sorry. Keeping an eye out for bad guys as well. I say bad guys, you know. Oh, there's some over there. Which way are you going? Up. See, I need to be down that route. I fully expected them to see me there. Alright. Sorry. What? I was going to say we're right there. We're not. We're just down. It's still down the street a little bit. Now the question is, am I going to get jumped here? Or are we going to have ourselves a lovely conversation? Or we're going to have a chase sequence? We haven't had a chase in a little while. Or we're going to have a fight in the office. Or we're just going to have a nice conversation. We're going to have a fight. I don't know. I generally don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy. Vigilante, yes.
Hope you don't mind I let myself in.
Well, you already said so.
Now are you gonna hold up your end and release Yui Mamiya? Come on. You and I can either try to make this work, or neither of us is gonna get what we want. So, you gonna make the call or what?
Alright, make the call.
Hello? Yagami-san?
I'm with Kawana. You can let Mamiya-san go.
Got it. Will do.
Sorry about all this, Yagami. Why don't you sit down?
I would like to sit in my chair.
Had a heart-to-heart.
That would be good.
How's Kaito holding up?
Kaito-san's recovering in the hospital. For now. Sawa-sensei is another story, though.
I can hardly believe it. She was the last person I wanted to get mixed up in all this shit.
Yeah, but she was, though.
If that's the case, why were you already waiting in her apartment? RK's top men were lying in wait over there to get their hands on you.
You had to have known that they were there.
So why was she the one lying on the ground? Answer me, Kawana. Was it because of you?
Would you feel better if it was?
No.
How dare you?
You're thinking that if you hadn't stuck your nose in her affairs, she might be at home grading her papers right now. You tell me. Is that what's eating away at you right now?
No, I don't think so.
Because if it is, you're mistaken. That guilt is mine alone to bear. It's my burden to carry. When I saw on the news that she had been murdered in cold blood, it felt like the whole world had stopped spinning to me. I would take it all back right now if I could. But unfortunately, to fix this, I'd need to turn the clock back further than you'd think.
You mean back to when you were a school teacher?
Yeah, basically. Back to when I still had a little faith in humanity. Seeing someone's life get cut short, you never really bounce back from it, do you?
No.
But I don't have to tell you that. I did my homework on you, Yagami. It seems you were a fairly accomplished lawyer. You even scored a murder acquittal. But we both know how that ended. The death of an innocent young woman.
First game, in case anyone missed that. In case you're watching this one and haven't seen the first game, it is on the channel already.
You and I are the same. We both have scars. And they're the type of scars that never fully heal.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
But for Sawa-kun, it was 13 years ago. The very day before Mitsuru Kusamoto jumped, she stopped me in the hall so she could tell me about how serious the bullying really was.
And you shrugged it off.
Up until that day, I just assumed it was boys being boys, teasing. I figured it was harmless, that they'd get bored with it, and then they'd move on. I mean, come on. Kawai had to have been twice the size of Mitsuru. It's not like I'd seen any fighting, so I warned him not to overdo it, and eventually he would take the hint.
Well, according to what I was told, you smirked, actually.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did.
So he's living with that.
I was too late. Sawa-kun had to point it out. Sensei, how could you be so blind, she asked. Her eyes were this piercing mix of pity and scorn.
I'm feeling sad looking at her because I'm still really upset that she's dead.
She'd seen him at the station. She made it sound like he had half a mind to jump onto the tracks right then and there. I'm not so presumptuous anymore, but back then I used to think my students were my biggest fans. I thought I'd won their hearts and minds, but the look on Sawa-kun's face that day made me see the truth. I couldn't just go on smiling like nothing happened. So I decided to do my homework. The next day I put a hidden camera in the classroom after school.
Okay, so he was the one who recorded it. So that's how he got the bullying video. He'd set up himself to record the room remotely.
So you admit that you're the one who recorded that video?
Yeah. You saw it, right?
Yes.
Talk about the ugly side of kids. Hard to watch, wasn't it?
Still hard to watch now.
Unfortunately, by the time I picked up the camera and saw what it recorded, Mitsuru had made his jump. I missed him by a few crucial moments. What happened in that classroom was the final straw. Later on, all the bullies were asked what happened. Each and every one of them lied. Kawai started it. It wasn't our idea, they said.
But he knew.
To anyone outside of it, all they'd seen was Kawai forcing Mitsuru to do his bidding. So the people held culpable were Kawai and myself. The callous homeroom teacher who deliberately turned a blind eye.
So why didn't Kawana call the other ones out? Because they were in the video. Why didn't you call them out at the same time?
Real purpose.
So you couldn't forgive your students who got away with bullying. You went so far. You put aside your own life to make
he let them get away with the bullying. Technically. Right. Am I wrong there?
Mitsuru Kusamoto's still a vegetable. He's as good as dead. But I don't care. We have no right to forget about him.
You say that, even though Sawa-sensei ended up paying for it. I'll ask you again. Why were you at her apartment the other day? Don't dodge the question this time.
I wouldn't say I dodged it. But I suppose I should explain from the beginning.
That'd be cool.
4 years ago, there was a suicide at Sawa-kun's school. It was her own student this time. You know this, right?
Mikoshiba.
A student at Seiryu.
Oh, not Mikoshiba. Ihara. Sorry. Mikoshiba's the perpetrator. The bully.
When she was in court, Sawa-kun had no choice but to say there wasn't any bullying. Soon as she told me that, I knew Hiro Mikoshiba would be my next target. Of course, she had no idea about any of that. When Sawa-kun learned Mikoshiba had been murdered, though, she reached out to me herself.
She worked it out.
What did she want?
She had a sneaking suspicion that I was involved in his death. She called me a few times, prodding carefully for answers. Quite the perceptive lady, really.
She was a good woman. A good teacher.
What kind of answers did you give her?
I denied any knowledge of it, but at one point, she mentioned something kind of odd.
Do tell.
There was a detective at the school already investigating the incident.
Huh?
She meant you, of course. A detective already knee-deep into the case, despite the police barely even knowing about Mikoshiba.
So Sawa-sensei was the one who told Kuwana had shown up at that school. Okay.
The police are a pain in the ass. But when an out-of-town detective comes sniffing around, that's bad. I knew I had to act fast to get you off the trail. Although, Sawa-kun was a problem too. I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone.
And then what?
First, I found out where the two of you would be meeting up, at that little cafe. Then, I hired the Liumang to step in.
Okay, we're getting all the tea.
Hell of a fight.
Right.
They had strength in numbers, but you would have taken out the whole group if I hadn't stepped in. Nonetheless, my other message went through. At the same time, Sawa-kun was handed a photo of Mikoshiba's final moments. I left that task to someone you know. Yue Mamiya.
Also, it was Mamiya.
Seen each
Okay.
other in 13 years. Sawa-kun had no idea.
The lady in the sunglasses. Yui Mamiya was involved in that too?
Everything I did that night was intended as a warning to Sawa-kun. Although, I guess I didn't have to be so extreme about it.
It was pretty extreme, like.
Sawa-sensei was too smart. She must have started suspecting that you'd had something to do with Mikoshiba's murder. After all, who else could have known we'd be meeting at that cafe? She'd have traced it right back to you.
Definitely.
Even if Sawa-kun had started to suspect me, I knew she wouldn't sell me out to the cops. We're too alike. The both of us lost students to suicide on our watch. That said, I couldn't bear the thought of dragging her down into the mess I started, so I scared her off, and I thought she would stay away.
Doubtful, but okay.
She was killed. She called to ask if we could speak in person. I could tell something was wrong. She was on the verge of tears the whole call. Then she broke down. I asked her why, of course, but she wouldn't give me a straight answer no matter how I tried to phrase the question.
So then what? Did you just waltz on over there? It doesn't seem like you.
Watch it. You don't know me well enough to say that.
Maybe. But I assume you had some sort of plan going in.
Yeah, why would you turn up?
To her?
Here's the thing. If she'd figured out that I was behind Mikoshiba, and it didn't sit well with her, I would have told her every last detail. Sawa-kun knew. I think she would have understood me. Or at least that's what I had believed. In hindsight, I think she was forced to make that call. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure she'd have rather washed her hands of me.
So you think Soma was...
As it is to hear,
or maybe RK.
RK probably had her hostage. That would explain the vague responses. That's probably why her voice was trembling. It's tragic.
You mean it was RK? Why do they want you so badly?
Yeah, that's the connection. I don't understand that connection.
What?
If I knew their angle, I'd be doing more than just scurrying around.
You serious?
Believe me, I'm just as clueless as you are, much as I hate to admit it. Honest, I'm not thrilled that a small army wants my head on a platter. Have you noticed how RK seems to show up at the worst possible times? Someone must be pulling their strings.
Then we're on the same page. At least we agree on something.
So we now need to work out why RK is getting involved. Who's pulling the strings?
Yeah.
Minister, maybe?
Here with Yagami-san. You're not being tailed by any of his guys, are you? Okay. Then I'll meet you right now. That was Mamiya-kun. She said she's free. You guys have been true to your word. Tell Sugiura-kun that I said thank you.
Now you want to go? We still have some business to settle here.
Now remember, I'm the handyman here. Let me do the dirty work. I don't know what else to tell you. But you need to get out. While you still can.
Are you going to Batman out the window?
If you disappear into the night, I don't want to go busting my ass just to find you again. Before you leave, I'll need some contact info. A phone number would be nice.
Oh, no need for that. As far as I'm concerned, this is goodbye.
Yep, Batman.
I wouldn't count on that.
Okay, all right. We're Batmaning ourselves. I said we needed a chase sequence.
You won't get away.
I don't know what we're going to do when we catch him. Whoop. Right.
Leave me alone.
I don't think so. Yeah, I said it's been a while since we had a chase. Up over the top, thank you. No, we don't. Up. Goodbye. Hanging right. Can we hit a ball on him? Nope, crate. Oh! That was a good shot. Can I do it again? Dodge that. Dodge. Poor guy. It looked like the same guy. No, I don't. I have all the time in the world. Not at all. Oh, I missed the bucket. Dang it. Oh, we're back at the start. I don't know why you're running in circles, my guy. I mean, you could run anywhere you like. Ow. Okay. Which way to go? Oh, that's it. Bucket. I missed the bucket. We're literally running around the block. Why are you running? Left.
Hold up.
He's taking his time. Are you out of breath? Ran him out of breath. All right. Phone number now.
Yeah. Catch you later. Oh, damn it.
Really?
Get back here.
All right. We're not chasing him again. He's gonna have a car or a bike.
Here you go.
He's gonna come flying around the corner in a bike or something, or a car. He's gonna try and run us over. We're gonna have to dodge. Never mind. Never mind. He's on foot. Really?
You guys again. You really need the masks? Come on, Kurokawa kids.
The Kurokawa kids. Yeah, I know who you are.
You heard that, right? The detective here already knows everything.
Kawana!
What are you going to do now? what do you think happens when he spills everything? Sounds like your lives are over, unless you shut him up.
Are you just gonna hang out there? You know, come. All I want is your number.
But Sensei, you'll finish the job for us, right?
Huh? Is that you, Akaike?
Oh, he's even got a name to your voice.
Answer me, Sensei!
I know. I'll be the one to finish it. You just knock him out.
Okay then. Time
I guess
to
we're
learn
fighting.
your lesson.
Come on. What kind of lesson is this?
You know I'm gonna kick all their ass, don't you? Thank you. I'll take that knife out off your hands. Oh. Wait, is he in this fight? He's not. Ow. I would like to target that guy. Thank you. Get up, please. I love that throw. Also love that dodge as well. I like this style. I'm focusing more on Snake style than I am the other ones. I like boxing every now and again, just because I think it's funny.
Kawana!
Of course he.
Oh, Kawana!
Of course he disappeared. You have his number. He must have his number. Give me your phone. Is that Kawana sneaking up? Someone's sneaking up. Mama, yeah?
Really? So nice of you to stick around. Mamiya-san.
Yeah, you done screwed up.
Well, since Kawana couldn't stay, sounds like you're not out of the woods just yet, huh?
I'm glad he didn't, beat her up. Right. Okay, that was a lot. Right. As per usual, we're leaving it at 1 chapter per episode. That was a lot. A lot of information to be had. Well, that was a major break in the case. I'm going to go Big Me real quick, and we're going to discuss it real quick. So, I'm still... How I'm going to put this? I'm still a little bit conflicted. Is Kawana a bad guy or a good guy? I'm leaning more towards bad guy, based purely on the methods he's using to get vengeance on on bullies. To me, that's way too extreme. Genuinely, I think that's way too extreme. As any probably right-minded person would think so. I don't see any... There's a line, and he's crossed the line. I would say he's a bad guy. However, he's a sympathetic bad guy because I understand his plight. I understand his mission to punish bullies because they should be punished. However, his methods, no, that's not the way to do it. I'd be interested to know whether you think he's a good guy or a bad guy. Like I say, I'm leaning towards bad guy. We need to stop him. I don't think he's going to be the last boss of the game. He might be. I don't really know. I think Soma's going to be the last boss, and we still have a whole load of questions because we don't know Arcade Gang's involvement, why they're really looking for him. Like, who's pulling the strings? Now, I would have said maybe it's the new health minister, the mother of one of the victims, the one who's in the coma. Thought maybe she's got the clout to hire people and like the budget and stuff to hire the Arcade Gang to find Kawana-san, but I would have thought maybe she would be on she would have been on Kawana's side in a philosophy kind of thing, punishing the bully that punished punishing the bullies of her son, which caused his attempted suicide. So I shouldn't have said accident there, because it was, a deliberate act. Unless he didn't jump and he was pushed. But that's a pretty thin theory. Maybe Kawai actually pushed him off the roof. Maybe someone else, maybe Sawa Sensei. I'm throwing wild theories right now. This would be wild. Maybe Sawa Sensei tried to help him on the roof and then tried to grab him to stop him and he ended up falling. Or maybe she accidentally knocked into him and he fell instead of was pulled across. I'm not entirely sure. That would be a wild theory. That would be a twist. That would be a major twist. I don't think that's true though. I really hope that's not true. I hope I haven't spoiled it for myself. I hope that's not true. Genuinely. I'm really intrigued about where this is going to end up. Because we're deep into like the real part of this case now. Making connections. Who's funding RK to look for Kawana and why? Why they're looking for him? Who would have a problem with Kawana other than the police, obviously? Who would have? I'm intrigued. Obviously, we're going to continue this next time. Genuinely intrigued about that. I'm invested. I'm invested in this storyline. I really am. I hope you are too. But like I said, we are going to leave that here for this week. So thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please let me know in the comment section below. If you are new here, feel free to come hang out. Come check out some other stuff that we'll have going on. We would love to have you here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Thank you again for all the support. It is much appreciated. If you want to go above and beyond, you can opt into the membership program. If you grab a tier 1, you get your name up on the wall. If you grab a tier 2, you get your name up there as well. And you get early access to the videos roughly a week in advance. If you're not interested in that, however, don't worry about it. There's no point to us worrying about it. As I always say, memberships are always appreciated, but are never mandatory. You can just hang out a little bit, and then obviously they become available for everyone after that initial early access period. Also, remember to be a light in the dark for someone. You never know when a single act, word, or just being nice to someone can change someone's day or life for the better or in ways that you may never understand. Your words have power. You could even end up saving a life inadvertently. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and you all know what's coming. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And as always, see you on the flip side. Bye bye.